Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to explain what are few options after engineering. We will be explaining each and every option in detail, so do watch the video till the end. Okay, so here comes the list. These are few options and let's start with campus placements. Now, campus placement has got its pros and cons. First, let's discuss the pros. You get good work-life balance as most jobs are 9 to 5 and you can also focus on your life after job. You will get some real good experience and your teamwork skills may get polished properly. It will be a transformation from a student to an engineer. You will learn how different it is to work with a team of your college and a company. Things are more realistic and practical oriented here. Now let's discuss the cons. Most companies in campus placements are from non-core, especially when you're electrical and mechanical engineer in India. And the package given is around 2.5 to 6 lakhs per annum. This may not be sufficient when you live in big cities and so on. There is less job security here. In 2008, we got this recession time when many of the jobs were lost by the employees. This was because there was no job securities. But when you see the government jobs, there is a lot of job security there, and the growth is very slow. You may start from a good amount of position, but your growth will be slow, and believe me, it's very slow. Let's move on to the next topic.
So I'll be beginning with a talk about off-campus job. So I'll be talking about what are the different pros and cons of the off-campus job. So why the off-campus jobs? Like why are the companies don't like are the companies from the core sectors such as mechanical, civil, electrical engineer, electrical communication engineering. So usually this is a scenario which happens in most of the universities in India, or yeah. So usually, especially apart from the IITs and NITs, or the very renowned universities such as Vellore Institute of Technology or the Birla Institute of Technology, they some can expect the job opportunities from the core companies such as from the mechanical and the civil and from the electrical engineering, power plant engineering companies. So usually in order for the hunt of the core job, people get out of the university after they graduate. They get out of the universities and they hunt for the jobs of which they are passionate about. So alright, so that's the only reason the people go for the off-campus job, and that's an option after the people after students graduate from the universities. They can go for these kind of jobs which belong to their exact field which they have pursued their education. So as one is really passionate, so he enjoys a lot in his job because he get to done the work. He is in the job where he loves to work. He loves to spend he loves to spend a lot of hours irrespective of what he earns. So if someone is passionate, he will he will be perfectly satisfied with his job. And other point is so now he's satisfied, he's passionate about his job. Definitely that means that he now his career starts growing, and he can expect a wonderful life, a wonderful career, 5 to 10 years down the line. He can expect a wonderful career. So what are the different cons? Usually nowadays, in most of the companies, they are not hiring the people full time. If he's an entry level fresher, it's they're not hiring most of the companies. They are going with this kind of thing. That's in hiring. Initially they are hiring on internships, and they evaluate the performance of the in students, and after after a year or a couple of months they hire them on full time based upon their performance. So this is what the scenario exactly is going on in the current area of industries and the job areas. So there's huge competition even for these internship jobs nowadays, and because it's an intern, it's not a full time of the student or an entry level fresh graduate, so he's paid very less, maybe for a year or maybe for more than a year until he gets his full time job. If he doesn't perform, what if he doesn't perform well? He may have to leave the job and he may have to look for the job in other companies office, like maybe the core job or some other job, but he must leave it if he doesn't perform well. Okay, so what let's talk about the next slide. The next slide is like pursuing masters from the foreign, from from abroad. So what are the different pros and cons of pursuing the masters? So I'll be talking about the pros. What's the benefit of having a master degree? So getting a master degree is a new learning experience in terms of education. So you'll get like it's a new like complete different experience of learning. You'll get like opportunity to work with the professors who like usually in the United States the professors, or in the Germany the professors like they do it's their part-time job, like they like for all the most of the day they work in the industries, and they come to the universities and teach in the evening, like it's nothing but like evening classes. So you will get all the opportunity to interact with the professors and work parallelly with them in some research projects. Me myself, I'm also working for a research project under a renowned professor. Okay, let me phrase my word. I'm also working with a professor and I'm getting the opportunity to work on industry project of the Eaton, and I feel like this is a wonderful opportunity by purchase for getting into masters. Like one will get the opportunity to work parallelly with the professors. Okay, specialization. Talking about the specialization is something one needs to think about, because I've seen a lot of people learning different domains and ending up no perfection in any of this. Let me tell you one thing again. Usually the industries here, they look the masters in a different perception. They don't look like they don't even if they graduate, master students graduate from the university, they still like in their side the bachelor students and master students are still different. They are not unique. They expect more because master students have got a lot of like educational experience. They expect a lot, so they expect that the master students are specialized in one thing, like a particular field, such as maybe the mechatronics, such as maybe the machine design, maybe the FEA and computational fluid dynamics, or additive manufacturing, new emerging technologies. So like whereas the bachelor students, they will definitely they get the exposure of most of the subjects, such as the fluid mechanics, machine design, kinematics of machines. These are the subjects which I'm mentioning only about the engineering. The same thing may apply for the civil engineering, such as the structural engineering. The bachelor student may get the exposure of all these, like may get a glimpse of all these knowledges. So definitely if he's specialized in one thing, he may be definitely be helpful to company a lot. So initially he may be paid a lot because of like his new ideas. Like if he can really apply the theory into practice, definitely he'll be paid more to the other candidates in comparison to other candidates. So if he performs really well down the line of 5 to 10 years, he will definitely like he will see himself growing in his job, maybe like to the managerial level, to the technical manager, or to the HR level. Okay, what are the cons? So usually like in most of the universities, the education is really expensive until unless you get the scholarship. And cost of living, before like you get into some university, just have a check like what are the like how like, because I have seen people who really like get managed to get a good admission into university, even it may be on scholarship, but the area, like the locality where he lives, like or like the universities may not sponsor him for his like living expenses. So may not he may not be in the residential campus, so he may have to live in non-residential campuses, non-residential homes or apartments, something like that. So it's at that time it's very tough, like if he's living in Boston or New York or Washington. So at these places it's very tough, like even the living expenses will be around like $1,400, $1,500 per month. So unimaginable, even maybe more than that. So just have a like just do a research of like what are the area expenses, or like which university you're applying. Just do a research what are the like living expenses of that area. Don't go blindly and just go into the university and later on you figured out that the expenses are very like very huge and you cannot afford for the expenses. You have to like give up one thing: either you have to give up the expenses and like you have to spend the expenses, or you have to leave the education and come back or transfer to the other universities. And sometimes it's really tough for your credits to get transferred to other universities. Okay, so the next slide will be for the MBA. Usually like one can do some like one if someone is not interested to pursue masters, nor like if he doesn't want to get into his core jobs, if he is interested in the management side, so he can like pursue MBA. And what are the I will be talking in this slide. I will be talking about the pros of the MBA and the cons of MBA. Usually like if someone is really good into good into managerial level, like if he pursues he completes a MBA from a good renowned university, then he may definitely expect. And if he can really apply those techniques and he can really put I mean to say like if he can really maintain a good customer he can if he can maintain good customer relationships, then his pay definitely will be good. And if he's really passionate about his like applying his concepts, or is like if he's really passionate to apply his management techniques, management skills into his job, right, he'll be highly satiated with the job. And yep. And what are the cons? Huge competition. Like nowadays like people are like, because like of this like there's a huge competition arising in this field of MBA. So who's I think in my opinion, like the one who's really skilled, he never need to fear. He don't need to worry. First of all, never ever put the concept of fear in your minds, because like the one who fears, it's like he's bounded by something. So the humans, as Stephen Hawking said, humans must not have any boundaries. They have to be like without any boundaries, then only they can excel in their abilities, in their life. If someone wants to excel in their life, they should not have any boundaries or limits and limits. Okay, so that's all. Like from talking about the next slide, there's a different category of people. You can call them as entrepreneurs who come up with their own ideas and start something unique apart from the other people, like, and they start their own company, in other words, such as the Elon Musk, such as you can take the example of Elon Musk, Bill Gates, or Steve Jobs. So these are the people, like they came up with an idea, a unique idea, and they started their own company. They invested into the company, and these not only these companies, like their ideas really went good. It really like benefited the humanity, and the people, and it also benefited them. So what are the benefits of this? Being a CEO or the head of the company, you're self-employed, you're not like employed to someone, so that you're bounded by the restrictions or agreements or the NDAs. Your idea is your. Now it's up to you how you deal with them. How, if you want to publish something, if you want to make a patent of it, you totally have the freedom to make a patent of it. So what are the cons of it? It's initial expenses required, initial investment is required. It will be great like if you can find some sponsors to invest in your company. And one more thing, as Elon Musk said, you have to be really exegesis in analyzing whether, like, if I'm like starting something, if I have some idea whether it will work, whether it what if it fails, like, so like everything will have the failed problems, like every idea you have to think of the positive outcomes as well as the failures. So what are the successes of this idea, and what are the failures, what can be the failures of this idea? So like there might, so one has to be exegesis analysis, like what is weighing a lot, like whether the failures are weighing are in weighs high or the successes weighs high. So if the failures weighs high, like if the weightage of failures weighs high, then he has to drop that idea. That will be better for him and the people, and it's better for him and the people. So when he has to be exegesis analysis to think what is right and wrong, what idea, like what decision he takes will be beneficial to him and his company.
Competitive exams. Competitive exams are basically GATE, Engineering Services, ISRO, and BARC. Let's discuss the pros of these exams. There is best job security here as it's a government job. ISRO, BARC, these are all government jobs. And in PSUs as well, you will get a better job security. Now, another thing is you can do MTech from IISc or IITs. The point to note here is ISRO and BARC conduct their own examinations, and you know what the best part about these all exams is? The syllabus for all these exams is almost the same. So if you prepare for one common exam like GATE, you can cover the syllabus of the other exams also. The main difference comes is the question paper pattern. BARC and GATE, they both have equal amount of difficulty of questions, and ISRO and ESC are more of conceptual questions, not more of problematic. And the best part about competitive exams is they are less expensive. You don't need to spend more amount of money as if you do in masters. Going for masters will take you a lot of money. Now, coming on to the jobs, there will be a good pay and benefits in the research based jobs. ISR and BRC are both research based jobs, and the pay will also be good. And the benefits, like you will get different health benefits, you will get allowances, you will get many things. Now, let's talk about the cons. This this competitive exams may be time taking when you don't have a better planning. Some people spend 2 to 3 years to crack exams, but if you are properly planned, you are giving a good amount of time there, you can decrease that, you can get it in only span of 6 to 7 months. And another con is there is huge competition in India, especially for these jobs. There are many people sitting in coaching institutes and trying for these jobs. So you have to face the competition. There is no other option out there. Let's move on to the next and last topic of the video. It is something different. This is the most interesting part of the video. Let's see what it is. Follow your passion. It's not necessary that you have to do masters or MTech or go for MBA or do a job. You can follow your passion. You can become an IAS officer or an IPS officer. You can write the UPSC exam and go for it if it's your passion. You can do anything if it's your passion. Like if you want to go and join the army, you can do it. You have the bachelor degree. You can do it. And if you want to become an Formula driver, yes, absolutely you can do it. If you want to be a UFC fighter, yes, absolutely, there is no doubt that you can achieve it. Just believe in yourself and don't think that what options we have discussed are only options in your life. at any point of your life you are open to options, just you have to think about them, you have to follow your passion. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And if you want any topics detailed explanation, such as how to prepare for competitive exam and which exam specifically you want, or if you want us to make video on GRE preparation strategies or campus placement strategies, feel free to ask it in the comment section. We'll be making another video. It will be a clear explanation of some subtopic. So thanks for watching. Till then, bye bye.